take like this, Anakin is not a good Jedi. He is bottom tier Jedi. I'm not even trolling.
I've been saying this shit for the longest time, and anytime when I open my mouth and say it, there's always got to be somebody who literally loses his absolute mind. Let me break it down right quick, because even these movies have taught us that Anakin was not a good Jedi. And yes, I'm going to use Attack of the Clones as a good example, because that was literally the starting point of his downfall to the dark side. In this movie, we've seen all the mistakes that Anakin has made as a Jedi. He's reckless, he's always jumping headfirst into situations, he always lashes out, and he pretty much gets angry. And of course, one of the many rules that have been implanted in the Jedi Order is that you cannot form attachments, because that's one of the many things that will lead you to the dark side. We've seen what happened with this, especially when he went back to Tatooine in order to find his mother, only to find out that she was killed by the Tusken Raiders. And what was the next thing Anakin did? He slaughtered the entire village. Not just the men, but the women and the children too. He was so filled with anger and hate that he slaughtered an entire village because of what happened to his mother. It'd be one thing if he killed the men of that village, but he slaughtered the women and the children too, which isn't even the last time he slaughtered children in this franchise. Case in point, Anakin was given premonition of his pregnant wife's death. He becomes fearful of it, and that fear clouded his judgment, which made it easier for this man to start sowing seeds of doubt in Anakin's mind, like ever since he became a Jedi, which made it easier to lie to him and say, hey, I know the ways of the Force, and I think I know a way that can save your wife. And he didn't do this subtly. He laid out all the clues that he was a Sith Lord, like the story of Darth Bane, up to him outright telling Anakin that he was a Sith Lord. But of course, Anakin wasn't thinking about that. He was only thinking about saving his wife, leading to him betraying and slaughtering his friends and comrades, because he let this man lie to him. Don't even get me started with the Clone Wars, bro. They show many examples of when Anakin literally has either gone against orders, lose control of his emotions, really kills someone, or in case of this scene, just straight up kills them. Granted, the guy was going to blow up the ship, but still. Hell, I'll go even further. Remember in 2003, back then when the Micro series came out? Remember when Anakin went 1v1 with Asajj Ventress, and it was probably the coolest thing we've ever seen back in 2003? Remember when the fight got longer and he slowly let his anger pretty much get the best of him, and he uses it in order to defeat and supposedly kill Asajj Ventress? During that scene when he was striking her down, you could see the silhouettes of Qui-Gon Jinn, Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi looking down on him as if he failed them. Look, I know a lot of people are going to say that Anakin is the best Jedi because of his feats and how powerful he is, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, by the code and how the Jedi operate, he is not a good Jedi. He's a better written character for sure, as, you know, a villain. And honestly, we're going to be talking about who's the best Jedi. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's no contest. This man has lost his master, the love of his life, was forced to fight in a war, and was forced into hiding, and yet he never lost his Jedi principles. That is peak Jedi behavior. But I want to hear from you guys. Who do you think is the greatest Jedi, and why? It could be from any era, legends, canon, doesn't really matter. Whatever your thoughts, leave it down in the